about the pirate ship. Danny, how did the gig go?
It went all right.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Nothing bad.
Kevin, was it just me or was that an undersell?
That was an undersell.
That was an undersell.
No, it went all right. We played for like 3 straight hours.
Well, that's
They
impressive.
have a drawing that they do. So you can't play until the drawing is done. They have this huge drawing for like $6,500 and something.
Okay.
And then once that's awarded, you can play. But what happens oftentimes is that the person who wins the drawing, I find this hard to believe, sometimes leaves before their name gets called. And so you got to wait 5 more minutes until they draw another name. And they keep announcing it until they get a winner. But last night, man, I don't know who the winner was, but they camped out right in front of that cashier's box, man, because they were ready.
Oh, they were ready.
And by the way, you could tell when you pulled in that parking lot that those people were ready to party because, oh my goodness.
So it sounds like you had a great gig.
Gamblers can't park to save their lives. Between the lines, across the lines, it's like, no, I got to get in gamble.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's addiction.
What was it?
Gambling, having a good time listening to a band last night, too.
What's that?
Said they gambled listening to a band last night, too.
That was a gamble as to whether or not they'd be good. Well, I don't know. Kevin, good weekend?
Yeah, good weekend for me. Good weekend for RIT. Not so good for Quinnipiac.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they got beat Friday, but they'll still make the tournament. But RIT, big win last night.
Yeah, I saw that. And Jameson, who schooled me in basketball, we went out to East Sporta in Henrietta, which is going to be LA Fitness in about a month. Jameson just schooled me in basketball. How many points did you drop on me? Get right in that microphone.
45.
45 points.
Wow.
He was crushing me. He was shooting from he was hitting from way behind the 3-point line. I couldn't get around him. I'm pushing him. He started making fun of me. We have a
Because
video.
I made you touch the floor.
Huh?
I made you turn around.
Yeah.
Touch the floor.
Yeah, he did all kinds
Oh,
of
white shadow over here.
Yeah, he was. It was good. He came in on Friday late and schooled me in basketball on Saturday, and then I think the time changed and talking to his buddies late at night. So we gotta work out some stuff. But we've been good, and Jameson had a had a good time. But you get put in your place by a kid, Daddy. That's what happens. You get put in your place by a child.
I can see the documentary, the 30 for 30 on Jameson Moran. My dad asked me to play basketball, and I took that personally.
Is he still young enough for you to be like, I let him win?
No, I would love to say that, Kevin, but I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Like basketball I never got cut from a sport ever in my life. And I knew if I went out for basketball in high school that I would get cut. And I didn't think I could handle it. And I wish I had, I'll say that, because I think you learn to handle things and then you want it and you work for it and you earn it, that kind of thing, the next year. Because I think eventually you'd make it. I mean, it's a small school. There's not a lot. We did have Tyler. Who was the kid who played for Syracuse?
Oh, Tyler Ralph. Tyler Ralph played for
Lydon.
Tyler Lydon.
Tyler
Right.
Lydon. He is a Pine Plains guy, and he went to Syracuse. I think he stayed an extra year.
Yes.
To win the championship with his brother. I think they went to the States, and then he went to a prep school, and then on to Syracuse, and then eventually the Denver Nuggets. I know he's not in the NBA anymore, but I think he's back coaching or doing some kind of
cool.
Online doing something. But it is funny because no, I did not let him win. I tried to beat you, Jameson.
And I was packing you every time.
Yeah.
He tried to.
Jameson would even do this thing where he would kiss his hand, touch his butt, wiggle his shoulders, shoot the ball, turn around, start walking away, swish, nothing but net.
I think that's how pink eye starts, isn't it?
I was like, what the hell? I got schooled. Ever been put in your place by a child, Daniel?
Yes, I have actually recently.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
Well, so my brother calls me up the other day. He goes, "Hey, your nephew's praying for you." I go, "Really?"
Well, that's nice.
He goes, "Yeah." I go, "It feels good."
Runs in the family.
I can use the prayers. Yeah.
I can
go,
use the
What's he praying for? He goes, "Well, you're gonna find this funny," which I didn't. Kind of alludes to what we've been talking about on the show.
Yeah.
But not going
Nephew
saga.
got a band?
Huh?
His nephew got a new band?
I showed them
What?
of me wiggling around like that.
Well, we'll do it We'll show him when we go to break.
So he calls me up. He goes, Wednesday night, in evangelical churches, they have Wednesday night services. And he's got a pretty big church that he goes to. It's got about a couple hundred people. And the pastor decides, okay, we're going to have open prayer time. Now, you grew up in an evangelical church, so you know
did.
this could go many different ways.
Oh, it
okay?
could go lots of different
People
ways. I used to love when Mrs. Tree would get up and we would hear all the family gossip.
Yes.
Ricky Tree. Her name was Ricky Tree. Is that not? I just thought of that now.
Yeah.
That sounds like it's made up.
Yeah, I know.
It sounds like it's made up. It's like a Will Ferrell movie.
Yeah.
Ricky Tree.
And after she was done, they go, go, Ricky, go, Ricky. Well, anyway, so they're...
I used to always sit up straight and listen. Ooh.
yeah,
And her
right.
husband's name was Daryl. Daryl Tree.
Daryl Tree.
Daryl.
Did he have a brother named Daryl, too?
No, I don't know.
Sorry. So I guess they're all praying. They're all standing around. The pastor goes, okay, so anybody who wants to pray can pray. Just be respectful of each other and don't air your family laundry. Like he did say that. So some people will pray and other people won't. And my nephew, like third prayer in, I'd like to pray for my Uncle Dan that he sheds a few pounds.
Wow. Wow.
So the whole congregation starts cracking up. And the pastor goes, is this the same uncle you were praying about a couple of weeks ago?
How old is he?
He's 7.
And do they talk about how fat you are?
Apparently, well, that's what I wanted to know. So I asked my brother, I go, what does this got to do with anything?
But what 7-year-old knows about shedding pounds?
That's my point.
I want to know there is talk behind your back in the family. They are shitting on you.
Here's what Joel
Or they
said.
just see him eating.
Here's what, we
The
did.
crumble cookies.
Uncle Dan's at Crumble Cookie and he just
Dan-
checked in.
Uncle Dan took us to crumble cookie.
So what we did, he did.
Oh, yeah, we had 6.
We hung out the week before, so you may have seen me eating, but I go, how would he know that I have been battling the bulge? And he goes, well, apparently, I like to put you on speakerphone when you call me about work, and then we get into conversations about other stuff, and he overheard us. So I asked him, how'd you know Uncle Dan needed to shed a few pounds? I heard you guys talking on your phone conversation. I thought he could use some help.
This is kids, right? And
Yeah.
they know, and that's a smart kid.
The mouth of
That's a smart
babes.
kid. Yes.
Yeah. So
Now-
I got that going for me, too,
Well, at
which
least,
is nice.
I will say this. At least you're not this guy. I saw this on Instagram. I follow something on Instagram called Fuck Jerry. And it's just a bunch of silly things. It's like, like anything that can go wrong will go wrong. This is a guy, and I don't know, he must have a Nest camera in his home office. He's on a Zoom call or a Teams meeting or whatever it is, and a squirrel comes into his office. Now, I want you to imagine if this was your dad, okay?
And I think for the purposes
This is the
of
beginning of the meeting.
Town hall, let's just get in to
Now, he must have had a problem because he has a bat really nearby.
let's just get in via like
Here it comes. Unless the squirrel killed your entire family and made you watch, there's no fucking way you should ever react that way at all. I'd say he
so
overreacted.
staged.
Huh?
That sounds so staged.
Oh, well, you got to see the squirrel running around.
I get the squirrel running around, but who reacts like that to a squirrel?
I don't know.
So that sounds like demonic possession.
It does. Imagine if that was your dad, though.
I'd be so embarrassed.
Of course you would.
Like I've heard stories over the years of classmates who have told me, I lost respect for my dad when ...
Really?
And I'm like, huh.
What was it? Give me an example. Did somebody lose?
This one kid told me that he had to show his dad how to start his lawnmower.
Come on.
Yeah, for real.
All right.
Because I had to show my dad how to start the lawnmower. Now, my father was a man's man. I never lost respect for my father at all. He may have lost respect for me.
Yes, he did.
And so did Grandpa. My
He
grandpa
did.
at one point said, Danny, you better go to college. I don't, but like this kid like told me, he goes, oh yeah, I lost respect for my father when I had to show him how to use the lawnmower.
Jameson, when did you lose respect for me?
The day he was born.
Did you ever lose respect for me?
Yeah.
You did? Did you really?
Yeah, when he dropped 45 on you this afternoon.
That's when you lost respect for me because you dropped 45?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You're kidding.
Hmm?
I hope you're kidding.
No.
You're not? Oh, my God. That hurts. That hurts terribly.
He got mad and started kicking the ball around and hit the ceiling in the gym because I beat him. And he was like, you don't act like this. Well, I'm showing you how not to act. No, you were just having a realization that you look stupid, so you want to act like it was just
Do as I say, not as I do.
motivational.
No, because I had heard that's what you did when you
No,
lost
you
your
were
brother.
frustrated. You know, you
No,
started
no, no,
kicking-
I wasn't. I
It's good for you to
wasn't.
see me like this.
I wasn't. I was not at all. I
was
not.
trying out for the Bills. I'm going to be a punter.
You know who I did see as a good dad was Caitlin Clark's father. Caitlin Clark started complaining at the end of a game, and she either looked to him or she was complaining to a ref, and they show her father in the stands, and her father, you can read his lips, goes, "Stop complaining. Oh, my God, stop." And then
Raised up the understanding hand, and she came correct.
I don't know. She just, whatever he did. And then a CBS reporter, Brad Crawford, claimed that he later could be heard saying, "Take her out, my gosh," because Caitlin had committed an offensive foul and her 6th turnover in the first half. And by the way, she scored 27 points, adding 10 assists, 8 rebounds in over 31 minutes a game. So it's not like she had a bad game at all. It's just that you're just watching that as her father, and she always credits her dad as the big thing. These games were in Albany.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
and
people who went yesterday.
Yeah, I've got to think they had to be packed because I went to games last year in Buffalo for the men's tournament, and they were not.
No.
There was plenty of room.
Yeah, like the
Plenty of room.
NCAA tournament really doesn't sell as well as you think it would.
Well,
When they get
because a lot
closer to
of-
the Final Four, absolutely. But
Sure,
for
Final
opening rounds-
Four, unless you're near your college.
Yeah, because what happens is it's so random. You got 4 days to buy tickets.
Right.
And people are like, "Oh, I'm not driving all the way to blank.
Right.
Or flying all the way. It's expensive.
Right.
And you got to get hotels.
But I think the women's tournament, I think people are going to see her. I think
Yeah,
she's
she-
drawing. I
she's
don't
the
know
draw.
I think, yeah.
It'd be like Leitner or Hurley back in the, or the Fab
Yeah.
Five back in the 90s when college basketball, men's basketball actually produced players for longer than a year.
Yeah.
But they also cycle the cities not very often, so you're getting the same cities over and over and over again.
Yeah, you
People
are.
just get bored.
But the
bored
women's,
of it.
But the women's tournament typically draws less than the men. So Caitlin Clark has become the attraction in the women's game. Like she's the attraction, so are like LSU and South Carolina and like anywhere. I don't even know if UConn's still in it with Gino. They're an attraction, but there's like 5 or 6 attractions in college, women's college basketball that people will pay to see no matter what. And everybody else, nobody really cares.
I think there's one women's college basketball team that's getting a real boost. Right now.
I'm hearing that.
Like a real, a real boost. We will we'll take a moment. We'll get into that because it goes to the question of journalism and whether or not is journalism somewhat some may say a lost art. Are we depending too much on clicks, or is now the term fake news just something you can kind of a variation on that you can claim that'll sort of discredit somebody without, you know, we'll get into this debate because it's an interesting conversation, and I've been reaching out to some people who do investigative journalism pieces really as their job, and we'll see if we can get into that. But first, a new sponsor.
Uh-oh.
That's right, a new sponsor.
Welcome to Billified.
Easter brunch. Don't miss a special Easter brunch at Trotta.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I've
there's
eaten there a few times.
yeah, there's a dish I'm most excited about, and it's the Crab Benedict. It's served on buttermilk biscuits.
Ooh.
Made at the Village Bakery. Yeah, so it's right there. And comes with blue crab, poached eggs, and a lemon and Old Bay seasoning hollandaise sauce. Trotta will be serving Easter brunch from 11 to 3 on Sunday, March 31st. That's this coming Sunday. It's a week from actually when we're taping this. You can make a reservation on their website, or you can give them a call at 585-270-5460. Let me say that again, 585-270-5460 for Trotta Easter brunch. Delicious.
I might go there.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, because my wife and I are trying to figure out our Easter plans.
It's probably
Okay.
a horrible idea, Dan. You'll get fat.
Well, not unless your nephew
Sorry.
continues to pray. He continues to pray for you.
Well, I've tried everything else.
All right. We'll take a moment. Yes. What were you saying?